The destruction of the Black Knight is very close, as the plane that will bring him death is nearly completed. Our goal today will be to finish the design and test the effectiveness of the plane. I wanted to start by giving the plane some colors, and before adding them manually I checked the presets. Right away the second preset was a winner. The Fallout plane was taking shape. I changed these blocks under the cockpit so they're yellow as well. It didn't seem right before, but now it is wonderful and the plane was ready for the weaponing. The first step was to add the pylons, motherfucker. I placed a few on both sides of the wings as you have told me to do, and then went into the weapon selection. This weapon, the Guardian, is an air-to-air missile and it can lock onto targets. It's like a homing missile, and it wasn't exactly what I wanted. The Interceptor is another air-to-air missile that has a long range, but I needed something that will hit the ground. The Boom 50 is exactly what I needed, a bomb that gets dropped and destroys the target that is on the ground. Since this is a big ass bomb, I had to move my pylons, motherfucker, a bit, because I wanted to have some air-to-air weapons just in case something went wrong. So I put a boom on each wing and then the Guardian next to them, for safety. The Fallout bomber was ready for deployment and I visited the airstrip. The weight of the bombs made the plane have a very slow start, and for some reason it leaned to the right. I assume this was the case because the plane masturbates with its right wing. Controlling the plane was slightly tricky due to the massive weight, and I had no idea how to activate the weapons. I pressed almost all of the buttons but nothing happened, and as I approached the testing ship, I suicided myself. Keep in mind that suicide restores the life of the plane after a few milliseconds. Unwanted destruction brings death. I was forced to ask Kevin Spacey about the weapon controls and he joyfully assisted. During my second attempt I had everything I needed to test the weapons. I armed the bombs and started approaching the target. I chose the bird's eye view and waited until I was over the target. After releasing the bombs, I realized what a fucking idiot I was. You can't release the bomb right over the target if both you and the target are moving and you're 550 feet above ground. If I had some rugs on the plane, I probably would have known this before wasting my time. The next attempt was also quite terrible. I tried to time the release properly, but I released both bombs too early and neither of them hit. I flipped the plane and gloriously dove into the ocean to reset my life. I didn't change anything and went into the next attempt. As I approached the target, I released the first bomb and shortly afterwards the second as well. As the first bomb hit the target, my plane exploded. This was entirely unexpected and shocking. Why would my plane explode after hitting the target for testing? Let's see that again, in slower motion. The bomb comes very close to the ship, and in the final tick, before hitting it, my plane experiences what is called a time shift impact. This is something Kevin Spacey invented and presented to the gods a couple of centuries ago as a safety measure against illegal bombing. Whenever a large explosive device is about to explode on protected grounds within Petardia, the time shift impact activates and shifts the entire world into another, temporary dimension. This shift causes all objects near the explosion to lose their molecular balance, and in my case the plane was simply going too fast to stay together and it exploded. The question here is, why did that happen? This testing ship is not protected, it exists to be bombed. The only logical explanation is that the Black Knight somehow gave the ship the protection and destroyed my plane. Luckily the time shift impact is not permanent and the entire world will revert back to the original dimension and undo all damages once it is ready. Either way, this is a problem because the Black Knight knows everything and he will use this tactic every time I try to destroy his hideout. What exactly can I do about this? The only thing I can do is seek help and find a way to destroy the Black Knight's planet. To do this, I must enroll in the Kevin Spacey program. I have been Petard, your glorious lord, and may the blessings of Petardia eternally touch your butt.